I think we may have been holding hands when we summited John Gardner Pass together the first time. Were we holding hands? I don't know. But I just remember being with you and we both were crying. And like we had gotten up at probably 4:30 in the morning.
It was a rough morning.
Yeah. And climbed up this mountain. This was the first time I had done it too. So we didn't know what was on the other. We just didn't know. And the weather was iffy. So we get up there and all of a sudden sunshine and a glacier, like for 42 kilometers, as far as you can see, that then opened up into the southern Patagonian ice field. It was, I mean, I was getting chills just hearing you say that because I just went back to that place and I love that. I think both of us in that moment were just like, what is this? Where are we? And how cool that we get to be there and experience that.
That was a moment, right? Because we definitely were. Like, we were both like just looking around, definitely crying. And I described that moment to friends like, so hiking up was hard. You know, we went through, I think, a few different terrains, right? It was like this forest in the dark, muddy, slippery. And then we hit like, you know, bald kind of rock face, like scree, right? Like you would in, you know, above tree line. And I remember, I don't know if I might have shared this with you too, but I had moments of doubt. I have a lot of self-doubt on hikes, right? I'm not the fastest. I am a proud badge carrier of the Out of Breath Hiking Society, but I still do it.
But you're there, yeah.
And I was having a lot of self-doubt talk in my head that day. And I was like, Ginger, stop. And I started every step. The mantra that went through my head for a good chunk of that hike was the only limits I have in life are the ones I impose on myself. Every step to get myself up the mountain. And then we got up there and I was just like, oh my God. Like the southern Patagonian ice field is laid out for all to see, right? Just at your feet. You're just like, how is this real?
I mean, and to paint that picture and to see it in real life and then be able to hike for miles along that glacier on the way down. So, okay. And then we cross a suspension bridge. Enter tears of a different kind.
I'm so glad you were more afraid than me. That's all I have to say.
I do believe that was the second time that day we held hands and cried together.
I was like our motivational speaker as we walked across the bridges.
Gosh, yeah.
3. Let's just talk 3 bridges.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember, but before the trip, I emailed you asking you about the bridges. And because I read that and I almost didn't go because of the bridges. But I was like, I won't let my fears stop me from doing things that I really want to do. And so I practiced at a ropes course nearby. I base in San Francisco. When I'm not traveling, and I went and I did 2 sessions at a ropes course to get comfortable enough to be able to walk across those suspension bridges.
Wow, good for you. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you practiced.
Yeah, I still didn't like it, but I did it.
No, I know. I've done it a couple times now, and I actually will say that it's better on the second round. But I had so much anxiety on the second round that I started crying like before I could even see the bridge. I was like, damn it. Like I thought I was getting better at this, but like I was like losing it again, all over again. And I thought of you. Where's Ginger? This time Christian held my hand and took me across. Yeah. But
if we talk about that moment though, right? So the 2 of us scared to death, see the bridge, and we're like, okay, we'll go together. Mm-hmm. And I think you were I forget who was in front of who. But it was this affirmational talk the entire walk over this bridge. And then the subsequent 2 other bridges to get down. There were so many bridges that day.
The first one was the worst one, though.
100%.
Definitely.
But we lucked out. There was no wind. If there had been wind, there would have been a lot more tears. Yeah.
Do you know that I just did a Via Ferrata on a cliffside in Norway?
Yes, I saw that and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You too live outside your comfort zone on the daily. Yeah.
I do. And I love that you and I right now can like celebrate that because there's so much reward to pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone and doing the thing that scares you. And it's only for you. You get that. It's different for you. We went across the same bridge together with, you know, our fear, but we each were able to then take that reward to the next step beyond, you know, after completing this whole trek, after doing the thing that scared us, doing the hard thing, pushing your lungs up a mountain, freaking all of that was in the same day, by the way. All of that
I know.
was in the same
It's
day.
insane to think about. That was a day. That was a big day. Yeah.
Really a big day.
Yeah.
If you can pull that kind of courage into a moment like that, into a decision like that, even before you went and you considered not going because of these bridges, right? That was a one-way journey. You had to cross them. Like there's no other option. But that is going to then be able to multiply and be applied in your life in so many ways. In so many ways.
Every time we do something that scares us, our world gets bigger.